Hello, students. Today, we're going to explore the difference between a phrase and a sentence. By the end of this lesson, you'll know what makes a sentence complete and how to identify its key parts. Let's begin. A phrase is a group of words that work together but do not form a complete thought. It may have a noun or a verb, but not both in a way that expresses an independent meaning. These phrases sound like they're missing something. Don't they? That's because they don't express a full idea. Unlike a phrase, a sentence must have two key parts, a subject and a predicate. Together, they create a complete idea that stands on its own. Every sentence has two essential elements, the subject, which refers to who or what the sentence is about, and the predicate, which refers to what the subject is doing or what is happening to the subject. Now that we introduce these elements, let's talk more about the predicate and how to identify it. The predicate always includes a verb, an action or a state of being, and gives information about the subject. Check the examples written on the board and see how each predicate tells us what the subject is doing. That's how you can identify it in a sentence. So, if we look at example 1 and ask ourselves, what is the cat doing? The answer to this will be is sleeping. From this, we can understand that the predicate provides us with details about the subject. The same can be said about example 2, where we can clearly see that is studying at the University of Jordan is the predicate. Based on all of this, and to recap, we can say that a sentence must have a subject and a predicate. However, this is not enough for the sentence to stand alone. We also need to have a complete thought. A sentence is only complete if it expresses a full idea that makes sense on its own. We call this an independent clause. Now, check the examples on the board. In the first one, we have a complete thought. You don't need to add anything else to make the idea clear to anyone who reads it. However, if we look at the second example, we clearly can feel that something is missing. So, you might ask, what happens because she loves reading, or what does she do because of that? To make it complete, one could say, because she loves reading books, she goes to the library every day. Now, with this addition, the idea is complete. We call an element like the one we have in the second example on the board a dependent clause because it cannot stand alone. Let's review what we learned today. First, we said that a phrase is a group of words without a complete thought. Then, we added that a sentence has a subject and a predicate. Next, we mentioned that a predicate contains the verb and describes the action. Finally, we said that a sentence must express a complete thought to be independent. Now, before I end my speech, I would like to leave you with the following mini quiz. Now you know how to tell a phrase from a sentence and what makes a sentence complete. Keep practicing, and see you next time.